So now with Daniel out, will it be essentially Kalfani and Jeff and?
Yeah, and Darren Irvin will get in there, and and Brennan will be ready in case we need for him to play some running back as well. So, we'll have some options, but we just got to, the same old mantra: if somebody goes down, somebody's got to step up. So those guys will step up.
With him continuing to take reps at receiver as opposed to running back, is that kind of going to be his home? You think?
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. I don't have any idea. We'll kind of see how he progresses, and as I said, he'll probably. We're just trying to figure out ways to get him involved and get him the ball and let him make some plays for us. So we'll figure out if it's going to be there or at running back.
How far along do you expect Jefferson and Willis to be? Looks like they were even getting some action today.
Yeah, they'll be back. I would think they'll be full go tomorrow. I think that'll be the deal, and assuming everything went okay today.
What are some impressions you have after watching film with the guys?
Of Oregon State or
of your game on Saturday?
We did some good things. I mean, kind of similar to what's happened to us at times this year. Got off to a slow start again, which has been something that we've battled. I thought defensively we did a great job holding them to a field goal. I think we gained some confidence. From that, we gave up a long run and then held them down. And then, as I said, we didn't do much offensively, early in the ball game and battled back, cut it to a 7-point game and, gave up a long drive before the half. And, defensively, the second half came out, stopped them again, just couldn't get much going offensively, and we had our chances. I thought the pass interference call on the interception was big. They went down and scored on that drive. We were going to get the ball on our half of the field, and I thought that was a big play in the ball game. And then obviously not getting it in the end zone. Down there again, where we've had some problems this year. But that's always it's a funny thing about doing what we do is early in the year and anytime you're installing a new offense, the last area that comes around is always your red zone offense. I mean, just because your execution's got to get better, and so we've got to continue to develop that and execute at a high level and when we get down there, and that's something we haven't done much of this year.
You're talking about installing the new offense. Do you think some of the receivers, especially the outside guys too, are struggling adapting to the blocking concepts in space a lot?
Yeah, we've got to do a better job blocking. I mean, that's always true. I think that's a big deal for us. I mean, being able to block and we haven't had very many long runs from scrimmage. I think the longest run from scrimmage we've had this year was the first play of the year against Northwestern, and so. We haven't done a great job blocking downfield. We haven't done a great job of finishing blocks on the interior line. Guys are coming off and making some plays. And then when we've had one-on-one opportunities, we haven't done a good job making people miss. So there's a combination of things. But yeah, I think that our perimeter blocking's got to get better.
Demario Drew played pretty much the whole second half. Was that a performance-based thing?
Yeah. No, we thought he was, triggering faster, making more plays, getting involved in both the run game and then breaking some passes up, and in the passing game as well. So, it's kind of like all our spots are always going to be up for grabs. Whoever's playing the best is going to be the one that plays the most, and it's true with those safeties.
With Caleb Coleman, it looked like he was in blue. Is that just to give depth for one-on-ones?
Yeah, we're checking it out, to see if that's a position he could end up at. He's we think he's got a skill set that equates pretty well to being a corner. He's got quick feet and can transition in and out of breaks. So, corners are hard to find, and if we got a guy we think can play that position for us, we're gonna see if the move makes sense.
How's Wolfley? Is he leading? Wasn't pads?
He's not back yet. We'll see. I would think by the end of the week he will be, but we'll see how it plays out.
Is it a shoulder for him? Or?
No, he's had a head deal in practice.
Is it refreshing for the defense to see a quarterback under center for once?
Yeah. I mean, I think the this guy's pretty good. So, he's completing a lot of passes, and, they do a good job with their offense. They're very, very versatile. They show you a lot of different looks. They always execute well. I mean, it's kind of a typical Mike Riley Oregon State football team. The quarterback plays well. They don't turn the ball over much, and they're pretty efficient in what they do. And so, it'll be a challenge for us.
Do you think Andy's a little more comfortable with pro-style offenses? A lot of those in the Big 12 or Big 10 that he saw last year?
Oh, I think he's been around enough where he's seen kind of everything. I think that's the thing. He was in the WAC long enough to see everything and as well. When he was at Nevada, and so I think it's it's different. We've played against shotgun teams primarily, so there'll be a little bit of an adjustment for us defensively, and trying to simulate the looks and get the scout team to to give us good accurate looks.
We saw Rich carry the ball quite several times at UCLA and again here in practice today. Where are you at with in terms of Gingold and is Rich a preferable big back to him?
Yeah. I mean, we think Lucas is such a good blocker at the point of attack that we'd like to try to, he can carry the ball too some, but he's he's pretty valuable blocking, and so we're trying to just figure out what the best combination is.
And what's your assessment of Richard?
I thought he did a good job. Saturday. I thought he ran hard. I think, we'll continue to see if it's an option. I think it gives us something we don't have. Gives us a big body back there that's a downhill runner, and that's, especially with Lasco being out, that's something that we're lacking.
Plus, not many teams can prepare for a 6'4", 230-pound running back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and so it's different. I mean, it's, I don't think he's going to have 25 carries or anything Saturday, but he'll get a couple of carries in some spots.
After looking at the film, do you have any more of a sense of why the offense really didn't move the ball consistently?
Yeah, just didn't execute very good. We got put ourselves in a lot of long yardage situations with some penalties and some things, and just didn't execute very well. It seems like, it's just like we talked about. We had a 21-play drive. And to not score at the end of a 21-play drive is pretty unusual. I mean, typically that's gonna result in having scoring a touchdown. And so, didn't have a lot of explosive plays, and had to earn everything. And UCLA did a good job of making us drive it down the field and earn everything that we got. And we've got to generate some big plays, and which we didn't get any of those on Saturday.
Did they put more pressure on the defensive line than you're used to?
Yeah, I mean, Barr's pretty good pass rusher. I saw a mock draft today. I think he was the second player in the draft. And so he's pretty good at what he does, and hard to gets pressure against everybody that he's faced, and pressured us at times. And I thought once we settled in, he wasn't as big a factor in the second half as he was in the first, but he's hard to block, especially when you're in long yardage situations. I mean, it's third down, he can widen out and really come hard off the edge. I mean, that's a tough thing to defend.
With that Marsh ejection, sir.
Yeah, he threw a punch. Yeah.
With how many freshmen and sophomores UCLA plays, I think they started 6 true freshmen. Is that something you can kind of say to your team, like, look, these guys can do it. They're a really successful team. We can do it too.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think that's, I think they're, a bit of a product of some injuries, kind of like our situation is too. But some of those guys are good players. I mean, the linebacker, I think, is as good a player as there is in this league. I mean, I think he's really, really a good football player. And, I think that, it shows that they've done a good job recruiting. I think that's something that when you're playing that many young players, obviously means you've got some talent.
Jarek struggled a fair amount against Bruins. Any thought to giving Klein more reps with the ones?
No, I don't think it was. I mean, it was some pass protection issues and combination of things, but he'll play better this week.
I think he's a little bit more wiser now that he's 19 years old today.
I think it's going to be a whole different Jared Goff as a result of him turning 19 today.
800 yards on Saturday instead of
well, hopefully a win, whatever that is, maybe 3-2, whatever it takes.